Okay, hopefully you guys jump back in. Um, Evidently I'm having issues with audio, which haven't had that issue before. It showed my mic working. So I am going to wait right now till somebody jumps in so I can verify the audio is in fact working correctly right now. So frustrating. Anyways, all right, let me start. So, hello, my boos, my loves, my family, my friends. How is everyone doing on this fantabulous Friday Eve? I hope everyone is doing well. So, as you guys know, the name of the game this week, ironically, has been, if you haven't caught on to it, it's been sanatoriums. You can hear me, Jeff. Oh, thank God. Okay. So, I've been doing state hospitals, places for the mentally feeble-minded, sanatoriums. So I figured, why not, you guys, come to Letchworth Village? So just keep that theme rolling on. What is really nice is that Letchworth has actually been turned into, at least the part that Waze brought me to, it has been turned into a public park. There are walking trails, there are trails where you can ride your bikes. You can bring your dogs and walk them, but you are not allowed to have motorized vehicles, nor are you allowed to enter the buildings. And it is reported on Atlas Obscura that the police do monitor the area quite heavily. So, I'm going to show you guys this just so you guys have a heads up. I jumped off one of the walls around Seaside yesterday, like down by the beach, and I may or may not have busted my knee pretty bad. So I've got a brace on that's hinged. So I am not walking as fast as I typically would. So I ask that you guys just bear with me as I slowly hobble along the paths and show you guys the buildings. So I am going to give the history along with the haunting information as well. You guys, this is insane. The history I was able to find on this place is just, it blows your mind. This location had such a huge impact on the medical field as we see it today. So let me go ahead, flip my camera, and I'm going to start sharing with you the buildings of Letchworth that are on the walking path that I am at now. Okay, so when you first pull in where I'm at, there's a little church over here. You've got more, this is an intersection right up here, and there's actually more Letchworth buildings down that road. When you first are driving up this road to get to the parking lot here with the church, there's a whole bunch more buildings that are accessible, it looks like, down another road there. So we're gonna walk this way. I've already done a lot of the stills with the buildings I'm going to show you. There are going to be buildings that we have passed that I haven't even seen yet. So as you can see, you are not allowed to have motorized vehicles past this point. They've got, so it is being monitored, just so you guys are aware. And entrance to any of the buildings is strictly prohibited. So I do want to make that the very first thing that I show as I hobble. See, guys, brace. As I hobble along. Now, let's start with the history of Letchworth. Letchworth was actually opened in 1911, believe it or not. And Letchworth was founded with this whole new concept in mind, that it would be a utopian society. Actually, I'm going to walk up right here. I did go up here, so I'm going to show you guys this now too. Just bear with me as I try to get up these stairs. So Some of the buildings are completely busted into, and you can see the outside. Now, what's really weird with this building is there should be absolutely no airflow. And standing here, there is a consistent cold airflow that is like coming at me. It is, yeah, so don't be like Bree and jump off walls. I am pretty sure, like, look at all the broken glass. I'm pretty sure that I misjudged my distance. And when I jumped, I landed on sand. Ow. And thought that the sand would be soft to land on. But my knee went one way and the rest of my body went another. I actually don't have an ACL in that knee, so I'm not too surprised. I've popped it like this before. It's just a pain in the ass. Now, I'm pretty sure that this building was a recreational type building when you see the old basketball hoops that are up here. Now, as I was saying, Letchworth was opened in 1911 for the sole purpose of those with mental illness, health illnesses, to give them a utopian type feel. This was 130 buildings on a total of 2,000 acres. Now, what they bragged about with Letchworth is that this was supposed to house 2,000 people. So with it having 2,000 acres, what they said is that they've now provided 1 acre per person that they would be taking care of. As I said, it has 130 buildings, or it did at the time of closing. I cannot confirm exactly how many buildings are still standing, and I'm going to show you one of the biggest ruins that I've been able to walk across so far in the small time that I've been here. Now, with Letchworth, over time, the largest population that ended up being here was children. And quite quickly, like every other institution of its type and its kind, okay, fenced. Now, I don't know if you can tell, the roof on this building is completely gone. So, unfortunately, it was overpopulated. It was basically a Pinhurst, but how many times bigger? I'll be honest, I'm quite impressed over the fact that I've got such a good signal right now to show you guys this. Hey, Philip, how are you? So, there's another building right up here. And actually, let me zigzag over to that one before I show you the immense ruins that are left of this one. I'm actually walking pretty good right now, you guys. Yay. So as I said, the city has turned this into like a localized park. So for the most part, it is kept up. Not the buildings. But it does have the trails. I imagine you could like bring your family out here and have a nice little picnic. But we're going to see how far I can walk and how far my Wi-Fi will actually hold up. So there's Sam. Hey, sis. So I don't know if you guys heard that, but there's movement coming from in here right now. Hello? I'm curious. Can you make a noise and let me know that you're there? All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually on the phone with Nick when I was taking stills, and with this building, It makes me really nauseous. I do not like this building in any way, shape, or form. I do not know if they allow any investigations. A huge portion of the information that I got, Jeff, was off of Atlas Obscura. I imagine that it would be the town that you would have to get a hold of. Now, I'm not going to lie, a lot of these buildings look like the integrity is completely compromised. But I am going to get up and close as much as I legally can to the buildings on this path so you guys can enjoy them as much as you possibly can. So, what I was saying when everybody said my audio wasn't working is Letchworth is actually kind of like a huge deal in the medical field. You guys ready to see the ruins? Can you guys see where the roof should be and just the ironworks are left? Let's see how close I can get. Okay, there goes my knee. So glad I got this brace. Now, what makes Letchworth so special is not what they did, of course, with all the abuse, the inhumane treatment, especially of the children that were here. But the fence is totally pushed down right there. I could so cross over. Is that, decisions. The fact that the very first vaccination of polio that worked was administered right here at Letchworth to an 8-year-old boy in 1950. So, Letchworth openly admitted that they were using the children here, as well as the adults, as human guinea pigs. It's unfortunate what they did. I do not condone what they did. But the vaccination that was created in 1950 and administered to that 8-year-old boy that worked, yeah, that's what you get nowadays. This is where polio was successfully defeated and a vaccination created. Okay, so this is building C5, according to the top corner over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's behind the tree. Let's see if I can get to where you guys can see it. Now, like I said, I don't know how long or how well my signal is going to last, but if the cops are consistently monitoring the park, I imagine I should be able to have connection for a pretty decent bit. Hey, Leah, how are you? And there's Dylan. Hi, let it. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, like there's glass everywhere, like big shards. And you see this? There's like glass everywhere. Hello? Why do these buildings all smell the same? Well, I'm still slowly giving the history, Dylan, as I walk around and show the buildings. This one looks like it would have a really cool ceiling up in the middle. Okay, so real quick again, since Dylan missed it, and for anybody else that's joining, because I am watching the numbers jump up and down, I am at Letchworth Village, which was opened in 1911. Now, this is a bit of history I have not given yet. Letchworth was closed in 1996. Now, for anybody who is around my age, I turned 43 in September, Geraldo Rivera did a massive expose on places, sanatoriums, places for the mentally feeble-minded, state hospitals, state schools, and did this massive expose exposing Willowbrook down in Staten Island. Now, when he did the expose on Willowbrook, believe it or not, oh, bye, Jeff. I'll talk to you later. When he did the expose on Willowbrook, film was actually inserted into that expose of the horrors, and yes, I mean horrors, that were happening to the mainly children and the adults that were supposed to have been lovingly nurtured and cared for here at Letchworth Village. Let's see what we can find over here. That's squirrels. Okay. So, as you guys can see, so much was just left. Now, I don't know if you noticed, these are medical cabinets, you guys. And like I said before, just bear with me as I hobble along. I did bust my knee yesterday. Squirrels are going crazy over here. I did bust my knee yesterday. I've got a brace. So, not moving as fast as I typically do, but I'm going to do my best with this. I promised you guys a Halloween special, a new location every day. And by God, I'm a woman of my word. Let's see what we can see through this door over here. Now, a lot of these doors are actually welded shut from the outside. Oh, right there. There's people in there. Huh. There's people in there taking pictures. It looks like they've got an IR light on their camera. So in 1996, this facility was officially shut down. It's been left to rot. But like I said, the city has built a park around it. Now, there's main roads that are down here, cross over here, go that way. And if you come here, you're gonna find that there's buildings just speckled throughout the woods that match the look of this. And if they don't look like this, they're at least 2 to 3 stories tall. And I believe that those are housing units. But I was trying to get to where Waze was sending me because there's a parking lot up here. How the hell did they get in? I mean, yeah, but it looked like there was a door open over here. So I'm curious. Yeah, Gina, this is definitely a location for the books, for sure. I figured I would stick with my theme with the state hospitals and sanatoriums, or sanitariums. However you want to, oh shit. However you want to look at it. All right. I know I saw people in here with cameras. Hello? I know I saw people with cameras in here. Hello? Yeah. Well, this was set up to be a utopian society when they built this. Oh, there's a ramp going down there. Let's see what's down there. All right. And nature is completely overtaking. Like you can see the roots are like all in the sidewalk. Oh, yeah. There's another building all the way down here. Like these buildings are just peppered throughout the whole location. See, I keep hearing. There they are. That's who I saw in the building. Yeah, you guys, I'm gonna get some killer shots out of this location for sure. Alright, let's see how fast I can go. I hate going slow. My knee being all jacked up is really irritating. Well, the thought was that this would be a place where people with mental illness, health issues, would be able to have a place of calm. And I can see, okay, let me get to that side. So a lot of these facilities, Penhurst, Norwich State Hospital, the one I was at yesterday, Seaside, they were all created to be a non-harmful location for people to be able to heal and get healthy, or at least have a safe space. But unfortunately, as was the norm with a lot of these places, they quickly became overcrowded, understaffed, ow, is that a wood ramp? Alright, spider web in the face. Hey Jamie, how are you, beautiful? People really need to start getting better stuff for their graffiti. Can I tell you how, like, I'd like to see something better than saying the police suck, somebody spray painting genitals, or talking about the female anatomy that they like. Like, let's get a little bit more creative, people. If you're gonna waste your time, waste the paint, risk getting caught. If you're gonna tag something, at least be creative and think outside of the damn box. Jesus. I actually wanted to get a really pretty shot of Seaside on the side of one of the buildings yesterday, and there's a big old man's, yeah, genitals right there on the side. I'm like, really? Is that all people know how to graffiti? Alright, let's see. Now, I'm going to be honest. It's like hot today. But I packed for winter with it being New England. You can see how they stripped all the electrical out of the boxes. So, going end of October, going into November, I figured I would need warmer clothes. I mean, I did bring a lot of t-shirts. That way I can rep. Each day I'm repping a different team, a different individual, a different company, a different location. So I do have a lot of t-shirts with me, but all I have are jeans. But I'm going to be honest. I'm really happy that all I have... Okay, we're detouring over here. I'm really happy that all I have are jeans. Especially today. Exactly, Jamie. And it's everywhere. This is the building, you guys, where it's got the roof completely caving in. Well, there's something next to me in the grass. Alright, see if I can do this without busting my butt. You guys seeing? I can't get, I mean, I could get much, I could. But with me having the brace on right now, and there's a lot of pieces, like, you gotta be careful. There's a lot of pieces of the building that are out here. Alright, you can see, like, where the old path is, how it's all buckled. Pieces of roof. I'm at Letchworth today, Joe. I will not be entering this building. I am just taking a peek in the door. And the main reason, the whole roof is gone. I do not feel comfortable entering this building. Plus, you're not technically supposed to. Bathroom. Something just moved down here. Do you guys hear that? Hello? There's a knock. Can you make that knock for me one more time? Knock. Thank you. I don't know if you guys caught that. There's another door over here. Well, have a good evening, Jamie. Thank you for joining. Love you. Free candy on the door. That's actually kind of funny. But you guys can see the whole roof is gone. Look at that. I'm gonna be honest, it's hard to breathe over here. Free candy, that's how you draw people in, right? Hello? Knocks and walking up there. But I don't know if that could be an animal because the roof's gone. So I'm gonna call that inconclusive. Can you knock for me? Let me know that you're there. Okay, so there was movement on the stairs and on the ceiling, but as you can see right above, there's nothing there. So I'm gonna call it inconclusive because that could be an animal. Yeah, I saw that, Sam. Thank you guys for all the likes and loves. The hearts, I appreciate it. There's a little chipmunk that just ran over here. All right. So, Letchworth had 130 buildings on 2,000 acres. Out of those 130 buildings, I do not know how many of those are left standing. Now, there is a road that's over here, from what I read, that has 900 shallow graves. And those graves are the sizes of children. Those graves do not have headstones. They're only marked by numbers. So, let's go on to the hauntings. The hauntings of Letchworth. Well, when you think about it, this is yet again another Penhurst, another Willowbrook, another Fairfield Hills, Norwich, Belchertown, Seaside. And as you guys heard, hopefully, I did get responses. As I heard a knock, I asked for a response. I did get a response. A main claim of Letchworth is the screams, the wails, and the cries of children and adults who went through treatment, well, we're supposed to go through treatment. Letchworth was known for its abuse. It was supposed to hold 2,000. I could not, in my research, find what the total end number ended up being for Letchworth and how many people ended up being here. I think there's another building right there. So, yep, there we go. With Letchworth, it was also a facility that was used for medical advancement, which meant that the children and the adults that were here were used as guinea pigs. So you can only imagine the trauma from that alone, on top of the physical, the mental, and the sexual abuse that happened here, the type of scarring that it would leave on a location like this. This location had, like I said before, it was mainly children, quickly became overpopulated with children. Now, one thing that people don't realize is that with a facility like this, it was opened in 1911. So, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go up. Okay, I can't go up the ramp there. But in 1911, people did not understand the mental health issues that have been diagnosed now in 2023. So, bipolar, depression, PTSD, anxiety, schizophrenia, Tourette's, kids just being little smartasses. You could bring them to a facility like this and drop them off and basically sign them over to be wards of the state. So, damn, something really wanted. Looks like a gunshot on that door right there. So children were easy to dispose of in facilities like this, much as women. It's a lot of places were still had the whole poor farm mentality that if your woman didn't do what you wanted, you guys see the old swing? If your woman didn't do what you wanted, you could just drop her off. Say she's been acting a little strange, you want to have her checked out. And in a facility like this, when there's 130 buildings spread out over 2,000 acres, it would be real easy to conduct medical experiments for the betterment of society, especially when the mentality of the person dropped off is questioned. How do I explain this? Back then, it was kind of like they were the apes of society. They were the orangutans, the monkeys, the dogs, the rats, the mice. It was easier to conduct experiments with test vaccinations, new medical technology, with equipment that we now know and trust in the medical field. It would be easy to use that on them and not feel much guilt Like with Norwich State Hospital, there was actually a doctor there that was convinced that people of color who were not white did not feel pain. So they would do forced sterilizations and not use anesthesia, forced lobotomies, and there would be nothing to sedate or numb the areas on the patients because of the belief that people of different color from white didn't feel pain. That type of mentality was actually carried across a lot of campuses like this. So you guys, I believe I've shown you all the I don't know if my phone will keep signal if I keep going this way. I can't see where my bars are. Well, you can see where a building was. Letchworth may have been used to advance us medically, which is a good thing. With the advancement, with the vaccinations, with the advancements in technology. The thing that's sad about it is the cost at which it came. How many children were given polio vaccinations where it gave them polio or made them extremely sick or caused death? Yeah, this building just got completely flattened along with all the woods around here. Yeah, Tim, this is an amazing location. In the history, it's such a catch-22. I mean, I remember my aunt, who is 75, she still has her picture, the newspaper article, and the plaque for being the first kid in the state of Ohio receiving the first successful dosage of polio vaccination. Here is where that vaccination originated. I'm glad that that is there, but at what cost? There was very much no, in my personal opinion, moral compass when it came to the advancement of medicine. So it really breaks my heart that there was a lot of death and therefore destruction on lives, on mental stabilities, children, adults, for the advancement and the vaccination that we have today. I'll be honest, I'm really glad that they did put a park around these buildings so we can still enjoy them and not forget our history, because I feel like that is one of the biggest hangups that we have, is forgetting where we were and the chaos that ensued in the past. And when you don't remember the bad, it's real easy to repeat it. So personally for me, I think it's great. This is a huge historic location with it being open in 1911, 2,000 acres, 130 buildings. The polio vaccination originated out of here. There is a huge historical significance to the land, to the buildings. So I think it's great, but I wish that they would at least try to restore some and open them up for investigations or even create a museum. Now there are a lot more buildings, but this is kind of where Waze dumped me out at. So this is what you guys are getting. I'll probably drive around to the other places and take pictures and post those as well. But the hauntings, I'm not surprised that there's hauntings. I'm not surprised that there's apparitions or people crying out in pain or for help. I'm not surprised that you hear knocking, feel touched. It's almost like, what do you expect? So, with that, you guys, I am going to end this live. The sun is right in my eyes. Jeez. Okay, and I don't want to put it in your eyes either. Alright, I'm going to flip it. So with that, you guys, I am going to end this portion of Letchworth. I'm going to take my stills. There's still a lot that I have not done. So I'm going to go ahead, take some stills, look in some more windows, and I'll be making some posts later. I'm even going to do a couple videos for TikTok. So I did some videos yesterday. Haven't had a chance to get those posted. But I'm going to do some videos as soon as I end this that I can throw up on TikTok. And I'm actually going to re-listen to parts of this live to see if I catch anything when I'm sticking the phone through the windows to see if anything was caught. When I was at Hinsdale this past weekend, we did, after going back through some of my audio, because I was actually going to do a funny clip of my Estes session, you can hear somebody breathing in my phone and there's nobody there. Like, there's people in the room, but nobody was next to my phone. And you can tell that it's not the people in the room. So I'm actually going to go back through this audio and see if I can find something. I'm actually quite curious to see if I caught anything. But I'm going to catch you guys later. Don't forget, tomorrow's Friday. And that means another new location is going to be dropped. Now, something really cool that you guys need to know. I am going to be at the Phantasmacon this weekend, going with my friends. I'm gonna be walking around in my Be Like Brie gear. So if you see me, stop me, say hi. Let's take a selfie together. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of stuff there. It's actually, I'm gonna be going all day. So good thing I got my brace. And then, yeah, you guys, there's just so much. There's so much amazing stuff that is coming down the line. My trip is not over. On the 6th, I start heading my way back to Fort Wayne. And on the 6th, you guys are going to get to see Chris Smith and I collaborate yet again. I'm just going to leave it at that. This is going to be something unique, something that I have not seen done before. I'm actually quite excited to see the outcome of this and to see how this goes. And we are going to start throwing out the information for that here shortly. So keep your eyes open for that. If you guys haven't gone and followed Chris's pages, go to the Haunted and Horror Road Trip page. Give it a like, give it a follow. If you don't know, Chris Smith is one of the main stars and Hulu's Monster Inside. So if you haven't given that a watch, go watch it. Make sure that you give it a rating on IMDb and also on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. And yeah, time for me to keep walking and take pictures, see what I can find. All right. Oh, thank you, Curtis. I appreciate it. Um, if you guys are watching this on replay, hashtag replay so I know that you saw it. Let me know your thoughts on Letchworth. Let me know where you want to see me go. I am not leaving New England. Like I said, I'm going to start heading back to the Midwest, heading back to Fort Wayne on November 6th. So if there's anywhere you guys want to see me go, let me know. Send me a message. I am more than willing to make the stops and make the trips and see where I can head off to. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Love you. Mwah. Peace. And don't forget, be like Brie.